Stop saying basic English. Speak like a native. Part 1. The biggest secret that native English speakers know. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Learn English Fast. Before we begin today's lesson, I want to ask you a simple question. Have you ever studied English for months or even years? But when you try to speak, your sentences still sound very basic. Maybe you say things like, I'm fine, I'm busy, I don't know, I like it. These sentences are correct. There is nothing wrong with them. But here is the problem. Native English speakers rarely use only these simple expressions in everyday conversations. Instead, they use more natural, more interesting, and more expressive English. That is why they sound fluent. The good news is that you can learn to speak the same way. You do not need difficult grammar. You do not need thousands of vocabulary words. You only need to replace basic English with natural English. Imagine meeting two English learners. The first person says, Hello, I'm fine. I like this food. It is very good. The second person says, Hello, I'm doing great today. I really enjoyed the meal. It was absolutely delicious. Which person sounds more fluent? Of course, the second one. Why? Because fluency is not about speaking faster. Fluency is about speaking naturally. That is exactly what today's lesson will teach you. By the end of this lesson, you will know expressions that native speakers use every day, and you will be able to use them with confidence. So, let's begin. Expression 1. Stop saying, I'm fine. This is probably the most common answer English learners use. It is correct, but it sounds very basic. Instead, try saying, I'm doing great. I'm doing pretty well. I'm feeling wonderful today. I'm doing fantastic. Couldn't be better. Now listen to these conversations. Conversation 1. A. Hi. How are you? B. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How about you? Conversation 2. A. You look happy today. B. Yes, I'm feeling wonderful today. Notice how natural these answers sound. Now repeat after me. I'm doing great. I'm doing pretty well. I'm feeling wonderful today. I'm doing fantastic. Couldn't be better. Excellent. Expression 2. Stop saying, I don't know. Many learners use this expression every day. Instead, try these natural alternatives. I'm not sure. Let me think. I have no idea. I'll find out. Let me check. Example. A. What time does the movie start? B. I'm not sure. Let me check. Another example. A. Where is David? B. I have no idea. Now repeat. I'm not sure. Let me think. I'll find out. Let me check. Excellent. Why do native speakers sound different? Many students think native speakers know difficult English. That is not true. Native speakers simply know many different ways to say the same thing. For example, instead of saying, "I'm happy," they may say, "I'm thrilled," "I'm so excited," "I'm really pleased," "I'm over the moon." All these expressions have similar meanings, but they make your English sound richer and more natural. That is why learning expressions is more important than memorizing long vocabulary lists. A short story. Let me tell you about a young man named Daniel. Daniel had been studying English for 3 years. He knew grammar. He knew many vocabulary words. But every time he spoke, people immediately knew he was a beginner. One day, his teacher gave him very simple advice. Stop speaking like a textbook. Start speaking like real people. Daniel did not understand at first. Then he started watching English interviews, podcasts, and conversations. He noticed something interesting. Native speakers almost never use the same basic expressions he had learned in school. Instead of saying, "I'm fine," they said, "I'm doing great." Instead of saying, "I don't know," they said, "I'm not sure." Little by little, Daniel changed the way he spoke. He learned just 5 natural expressions every week. After 6 months, something amazing happened. People started asking him, "Have you lived in an English-speaking country?" Daniel smiled. "No," he replied. "I just practice speaking naturally every day." That is the power of learning real English. Practice time. Now, I want you to speak with me. Don't just listen. Repeat every sentence loudly. "I'm doing great." "I'm feeling fantastic." "I'm not sure." "Let me check." "I have no idea." "I'll find out." Very good. Remember, speaking is like exercising. The more you practice, the stronger your English becomes. Final message. Today's lesson teaches one important idea. Don't be satisfied with basic English. Every day, replace one simple sentence with a more natural one. Do this consistently, and within a few months, your English will sound more confident, more fluent, and much more natural. In the next part, we will learn even more powerful expressions that native English speakers use